Hello everyone and welcome to my entire LEGO Medieval Knight collection for 2022. Now you guys know, if you've been watching the channel recently, that I've been really getting into building my Black Falcon army, but I've also got a few other armies at the back that I definitely am excited to show you. And now we have a total of 168 minifigs, which is a pretty crazy collection since I didn't even have a single Knight minifig probably about halfway through last year. So all of these have been purchased in the latter half of 2021 and into the start of 2022. The majority of those just being Black Falcons, of course, but we do have a load of other stuff at the back which I'm really excited to get into, and we're going to go through everything that we have in this collection right here. So starting at the front, of course, we have the mighty Black Falcons. Now if you don't know, these are actually really easy to get a hold of on lego.com, so I've ordered a load of them. I think we have close to 100 now. I'm not entirely sure. We do have a load of different variants and stuff like that, but we're going to start from the front, and these are sort of like the main ones. We have one knight either side. These are sort of like the heavy special knights, kind of like the king's best men right there at the front. We do also have the queen, the queen's guard, the prince, the king, and then another prince over on this side, which is pretty sick. I love that front row of figs right there. And then we do in fact have 16 of the regular knights. Now these guys just have the shoulder pauldrons, they have the shields, they have swords, and then they have these helmets with the full coverage of their faces. Then behind them we have some flag bearers over here amongst our sort of like spearmen. Now these flags are really sick. They're custom ones. I got them off eBay and they're really awesome. I'm really glad I finally managed to include them. But yeah, in front of them we do in fact have 4 cavalry members, 2 on either side over here. I definitely want to get more horses and stuff, and I can't wait to get some of the new ones that LEGO have been making. And then behind them we have loads and loads of spearmen. So these are kind of like my ranks of just like regular sort of guys with just regular sort of helmets and spears and shields. A couple of them do have shields, but a lot of them don't at the back. And then we do have a couple of these guys over here as well. And I think this is like my bulk of my army. And I definitely want to get a load more of these guys because it kind of makes sense in your army to have a load of like less heavily armored knights that would be less sort of expensive to equip and sort of more peasanty, but not quite peasant level, but like, yeah, properly equipped, but also not the most sort of highly trained knights like the guys at the front here. So I definitely would love to get a load more of those. And then behind them we do have my archers. We have a longbowman on either side, and then we do have a load of archers just in the middle. And that there is my Black Falcon army. I'm really happy with it, and it definitely is something that I want to grow and improve in the coming years. Hopefully these are going to stay available on lego.com. If they don't, I probably won't be growing this army very much, but yeah, otherwise I definitely would love to buy more if they're still available on lego.com. I know they're making some changes, so fingers crossed they will stay available. But then my second favorite faction, which you could probably argue is my most favorite as well, I actually really love these guys, is the tournament knights from season 20, I believe it was, of the CMF. So these are just the regular tournament knights right here, and I've kind of spruced them up, and we have like our sort of leaders at the front here. We have a few different custom helmets and things like that, and then a couple bits of extra armor and some capes and stuff at the front. Then we have a load of regular knights behind them, and then a load of spearmen and a load of archers. Now we have 20 of these in total, plus 2 cavalry members back here as well, which I made these really nice spears for them. They have like these top bits which are from, I believe, an Ninjago set, like maybe the Destiny's Bounty or something like that. Correct me in the comments if you do know much about Ninjago, but I don't really know much about it. But yeah, you can see this guy has a really cool jousting helmet. I got this from Firestar Toys, really cool custom helmet. And yeah, those two are pretty sick right there. Yeah, then that is the full tournament knight collection. Obviously these are getting more and more expensive and harder to get, so I'm pretty happy to have a grand total of 22 of them. Moving into the middle one, I slightly discovered more recently, and this is just like this regular knight right here with this chainmail top. Now this came in a CMF, I believe it was season 19, and you just kind of remove the body armor, and they have this really nice torso print underneath. So I made a load of these. This guy has this really rare shield right here, which is pretty sick. And then we also have just a load of other ones there. This is my favorite one at the front, with this cool custom helmet, and then these guys have the bat shields as well, and they look pretty awesome. I have 7 of those in total, and they're definitely an underrated one. I feel like a lot more people have found them recently, and they've definitely got harder to find. But yeah, really good minifig right there. They were on the Fright Knight, I believe it was called. And then talking of CMF knights, we have the Bear Knights over here again. I think these were on the Frightening Knights that came in season 15, I think. Yeah, LEGO aren't very inventive. They had the Fright Knight and the Frightening Knight. I might have got those the wrong way around, but yeah, these are really awesome. These guys are in the dark green color scheme, and they look really good. Again, we have some leaders at the front, this guy being pretty sick and beefed up right there at the front, and then we have a few different ones across the front row, and then some more different things at the back. We have some archers, we have some different spearmen on either side, and another knight in the middle. We also have some other shields here, which are some really old shields that Lego made. I don't know where I found these. They were just on Bricklink, but yeah, not exactly sure what minifigs they came in, but they kind of fit, so I added them in there. And then we have some sort of miscellaneous ones at the back here. We have my friend Tex Sigfig. Now, he sent me this when he sent me some stuff, so I had to include him at the back there. And then we have a couple of random ones that are made up of miscellaneous parts, including like an Urukai helmet right here with an archer and a crossbow and stuff. And then we do have these centaurs from, I believe, season 21 of the CMF right there. And I kind of spruced up the one on the left with this cool helmet, sort of like Peter Pan-esque helmet right there, which is really, really cool. So behind the Fright Knights, we have a load of the Vikings. We have 3 in total. Now, these are so sick. I wish I'd gotten more of these when season 20 was actually out, because these are an underrated minifig. They're so expensive now though, which is such a shame, but I love the spear. I love the shield. I think the printing across the body is amazing. That olive green color is really nice, and the helmet is awesome. I think it's the best Viking we've ever gotten, and hopefully we'll get more Vikings in the future. And then behind them we have this female Viking, which is just a cool minifig there as well. It's sort of like a custom mismatched one right there. So those are like the main factions of the armies right here. But we also have a couple of things to go over at the back. So over here we have a load of random ones. We have a load of older ones like the Crown Knights and things like that, as well as a king and a queen. And then in front of that we have another CMF one. I can't remember what exactly this came in, but it's a cool CMF knight right there. And then we have one of the Lion Knights and a jester behind him. A couple of those at the back are just sort of mismatched ones. They're kind of like the Crown Knights. I had a load of the bodies and stuff like that I kind of just collected over the last couple of months. And so yeah, those are pretty sick right there. And most of those are pieces that have been sent to me for free. So huge thank yous to everyone who sent me stuff for my night collection. Then we do in fact have the brand new, I believe it's like a fiddler. I can't know the exact name for it, but I've heard people refer to it as a fiddler, or sort of like, I guess kind of like a jester, but he also plays a musical instrument right there. And that's a really nice fig from the new CMF. And then we have a couple of blacksmith figures right there. Those two are from the medieval blacksmith. And then we have a couple of just regular villagers. We have this female, and then we have this sort of farmer right there as well. Then we move on to these cool knights right here. I really love the way these guys look. Actually, they kind of have the dragons as their sort of main logo. And this guy right here was sent to me by Tech, and this is one that I can't believe Lego ever made. This is just a ridiculous knight right here. He has the coolest cape and just the coolest like printing everywhere, and really nice fig for one of those old knights. It's one of the only old knights that I really like to have in my collection, and he has the craziest like flumes on top of his helmet as well, or plumes, sorry. And then we have a couple of other ones here. I really like that black helmet. I think it's just a really cool helmet right there. And this one was sent to me by my friend Sam, so huge shout out to Sam as well. And then we have a couple of customs here. So these guys are really awesome. Some of the biggest sort of like prides in my collection. So these were all made by K-Town Bricks. Now this is, I believe, Henry V, I think it is. Really high quality fig, and I really love the way this one turned out. Then we have this other custom one right here, which is actually a custom body. It has a custom helmet. I'm not sure where this came from. If you guys know, let me know, because it's so sick. And we have a custom shield on him as well. And then we have a couple of these guys with just the padded gambesons, which are really nice as well. I decided to add yellow heads to them. I'm not really sure why, but yeah, doesn't really fit with King Henry, but I think it looks pretty cool nonetheless. And you can tell I've gone with the yellow color scheme over the entirety of my army, just purely because it's easier to get and it's just a lot cheaper. The final little squad is just a mismatch of things that I kind of made up. It's just like this little squad right here with these sort of circular helmets on top. Then these body armor pieces, which I got from these guys right here. I just had them left over, and I just used a load of different torsos and legs to make up this little squad right here of sort of like mercenaries. And I think that looks really good. I'm kind of happy with the way that turned out. And we have this like leader guy at the front, and I think overall it's just like a nice inclusion of some random pieces to make up a nice little squad right there. They have some blank shields that I actually bought because I was thinking about trying to get some custom printed shields, but yeah, in the end I just ended up using them for these guys right now. But yeah, let me know what you think of this entire army. If you haven't already checked out my Black Falcon Castle mock building series, definitely go and check that one out. I know it's got some Star Wars minifigs over on there at the moment, but yeah, this is my castle that I'm currently building for my Black Falcons. So the finale of that will be coming out very soon as recording this. It might even be out before this, or at least the next episode. But yeah, really cool castle that I'm currently putting together, and a really cool army to fill it out. So let me know what you thought of this video, guys. Do you collect knights, or are you just sort of more of a Star Wars fan? I know a lot of people watching my videos are Star Wars fans, but if you're new to the channel and you've only just found it via the knight theme, definitely make sure to hit that subscribe button and leave a like on today's video if you did enjoy it. I'd love to have you over here at the channel, and we're definitely going to be doing more stuff surrounding the Lego medieval theme as it continues to sort of sneak back into Lego at the moment. Hopefully we're going to get some more stuff in the future, but yeah, let me know what you thought of this in the comments. Have a great rest of your day, guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.